Hi everybody, it's me, Kevin Ferguson. I'm back.
Incredible, mate. Like Terminator 2, you back. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'm back, and rugby season finishing up with the URC. Here to talk about that today. We've got the British and Irish Lions. We've got a game against the Babas next week. We've got Georgia and Italy. Who cares? But it'll be a good run out for the boys.
Yeah.
Then two All Black games, 2 Australia and 2 Argentina. Yep, back in black.
Brilliant. It's going to be a great blockbuster season, as they like to say.
What are you making out about the URC this year, bud?
It's been an interesting season because right up until the end, you had a bunch of teams in the running for the top 8, obviously.
Yeah.
And some varying form. You know, teams start well, ended badly. Started badly, ended well. So Leinster right at the top, Glasgow the defending champions.
What do you make of the Warburtons of the world that think South Africa shouldn't be in this competition?
That's a stale conversation, I think. I think South Africa's already proven they deserve to be there. The Stormers have won the comp. The Stormers and Bulls have been in finals. You know, we've got 3 teams that have made it into the playoffs. 3 out of 4 teams in the top 8. That's not too bad.
Are Leinster just too strong for everybody?
No.
You don't think so?
No, Leinster are a great...
Did Northampton prove that?
Yeah, they're a great EA Sports team, right? I think all their stats on paper will be fantastic.
Yeah.
But they definitely do get a chicken wing stuck in the throat whenever they play some of these big games.
Chicken wing. Even rare form.
Yeah, I don't know. And so, I want to actually see them do it. I see, obviously, Geordie Barrett being in the mix is a huge boon for them. And he's been spectacular for them this season, along with the rest of the Foreign Legion that plays for them. But the actual Irish elements of it, Leinster need to come through and win the big ones now. And the URC is all that's left on the menu for them. I see with the Lions series coming up, Tyke Furlong's out of the quarterfinal this week with a twinged calf muscle.
Ow.
Robbie Henshaw's out of the mix.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many guys have got their eyes on this Lions series.
They're playing the Scarlets, aren't they? Who beat them in the 3rd round.
You can't say the Scarlets like you're from Boston, mate.
Well, I can't say...
Scarlets.
Scarlets. The Scarlets, you know. I am a bit Welsh. Well, I was born in Wales.
I'm a bit Welsh.
Well, I was born in Ireland, born in Wales, raised in Ireland, moved to Canada, and now I'm fucking here. So...
I mean, what do we say?
What do I say?
You get to pick who you want.
Scarlets.
It's the
Scarlets, mate. Yeah. Pepperidge Farm.
Oh, God, that was so good. Now I'm going to stuff my fucking face with Pepperidge Farm.
For those of you who saw the movie Ted. Anyway, we've got, straight up, we've got, what game? We've got
Friday night.
Warriors versus Stormers.
Yeah, defending champs.
What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, like I say, defending champs hosting the Stormers. Stormers are perennial contenders in this competition. They've recovered from a sort of a slow start, a struggling start, to rebound and find their best form. They don't have Damien Willemse.
Red card.
Who got a red card and suspended for something that should probably just have been a penalty.
Yeah.
And I think the odds are very much against them. I think Glasgow are the clear favourites. I think they're 6-point favourites to win on Friday night.
Well, I would imagine they're probably 7.5, but who knows? Let's check. Let us check. Shall we?
Do it.
Do you mind if I check?
I want you to check.
Okay. Rugby Union. And then we go. Stormers are 7.5. Well, you think I know a little bit about betting. Eh?
Yeah. So
took $250,000 out of that Aviator game last couple.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. What are we spending the money on, you and I?
Well, clearly my haircut.
So, Cliff, I don't actually know. I think the Stormers are deserved underdogs in that game. They are travelling. They are at the home of the defending champions. They are missing some players. I would love to see them win it, but I think the odds are against them for a reason. So I'm not sure they're going to pull it off.
Well, Mark would just say Stormers by 10, wouldn't he?
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that, but they're well coached.
Yeah.
You know, the thing concerns me with the Warriors is their maul. You know, when they get a 5-meter line out or 6-meter line out, they're pretty guaranteed to get 5 points.
Yeah, they've got a great maul, very much so, and they're a team that is also very well coached. The thing with the Stormers is they'll play for 85 minutes, and if you doze off, they can hurt you. So
they'll keep coming.
They can win in any situation.
Yeah. I suppose unless there's any other upsets, then they've got to go to Leinster next weekend.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's the prize for beating Glasgow is you hang around and play Leinster.
Yeah, but they won't be thinking about that.
No.
They'll just be concentrating on this
Sure.
game. So 1.33 outright, 3.05 for Stormers win. You know, the Stormers have not. They lost. I think they lost by 2 points to Leinster or to Ulster. Yeah, 4 points to Ulster, 38-34. They lost by 7 points to the Lions away. They lost to the Bulls at home by that 1 point. Leinster hammered them by 24.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Bud, you know, they've been
You're in the mix.
Yeah. So what are you saying here, Bud? You got to make a call.
I'm going to say that as much as I'd love the Stormers to do it, I think I just think things are conspiring against them this week. I don't see it happening. They're on the road. Like I say, missing some key players. Would love to see them upset Glasgow, but I think Glasgow pull it through.
Glasgow has lost 3 in a row, I think, or 4 out of 5. You know? They haven't been on fire, have they? They've come up against the top opposition.
Tough place to go win, though.
Because I think they lost to
Leinster.
Leinster by 7.
Yeah.
Was that
13-5.
13-6.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, look, the 7.5, I think you've got to take that if you're a Stormers fan and say, I'm taking the 7.5 and hope that they don't.
I mean, that's a good bet. I would take that. I would take that handicap. I think Glasgow are going to edge them. I don't think they're going to beat them up.
No, I don't think it's going to be an absolute hammer. What's the rain like in
Very wet
is it,
and cold.
Is it Edinburgh?
That's what the rain does.
But it's June now. Well, no, it'll be May 31st. Where are they playing?
May 30th.
Is it Edinburgh?
They're playing in Glasgow, Scotstown Stadium.
Same shit all. Sorry, don't give me any messages on that. Glasgow weather, yeah?
What does it say?
Glasgow.
Balmy. Balmy and dry.
Well, 15 degrees is balmy there, you know?
Mm.
Today you have 12 degrees. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is rain. So it is, let's have a look on the Friday forecast. You've got rain. Man, you've got rain all day. But 17 degrees and probably raining. Not much of a wind. 5-6 miles an hour. Nice little, just keep the hair flowing back. Percy, you'd love that sort of thing. But I think you've got to take the 7.5 points with the Stormers.
I think that is a good tip. I would take that.
Well, there you have it. Take to 7.5. You get 1.9. I'm taking 7.5. I don't think that the Stormers can get smashed out of this game. They'll be there, relentless.
Let's put 50K of that 250 on it. I think it's worth.
I'll put 1,000.
Okay.
Just, you know.
Okay.
Leinster Scarlets. What are you thinking here?
Leinster are going to win it and win it by a long way. I think they're going to destroy Scarlets. I think Scarlets have kind of.
They're favored by 23.5, and I could see it being more.
Yeah, it'll be more than that.
Though since Scarlets fired their coach and got a new coach, they haven't looked too bad.
Yeah, Scarlets. The benefit that Scarlets have is they play multiple games against other Welsh clubs, which I think puffs up their record. I don't see them being a major stumbling block for Leinster in any way, shape, or form.
Is that woman still CEO of Wales?
I don't know. Yeah, I think she is.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So we're going to say the Scarlets and comfortably.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to say the minus 23.5 points on Leinster.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you've got the Bulls versus Edinburgh. Now, I don't know what to make of Edinburgh. Not much to make of them, really.
Coached by Sean Everett.
Yeah.
Club for Duan van der Merwe, Piers Kuman, British and Irish Lions, the pair of them. They've got some players.
Well, of course they got some players, but they ain't good.
Yeah, so Edinburgh and the Bulls have played recently and at the beginning of the season. The Bulls beat them 22-16 in the opener for the Bulls. And then they went up there in the Champions Challenge Cup quarterfinal and lost 34-28. But I think at Loftus, Edinburgh having travelled, and the Bulls, I think, have had their focus seriously narrowed by the passing of Cornel Hendricks. I think they're on a mission to prove a point.
Yeah, mission from God, really.
And in Wilco Low, I think they've got the player who's going to be sort of awarded the South Africa's URC Player of the Year. So
okay, well, I mean,
will be
if you look at the result in April at Edinburgh. It was 6 points. So you think that? You think that?
The Bulls are favourites. I think they 7.5 point favourites.
Okay, Edinburgh,
Are they
11.5.
11.5?
Yeah.
Jeez. Edinburgh are pretty banged up though. They are missing a few players. They're doubtful on a few guys in the pack, and I think that's the last place they can afford to have those injuries.
My only problem with the Bulls is they just don't raise their game. They don't rise. Cream doesn't rise to the top on that team.
Yeah, I would give them that handicap, except that they have that sort of fourth quarter fade thing going on there. I don't know. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say the Bulls are good for that handicap.
Well, they should be. I don't know. I wouldn't touch this game. Just out of fear of losing money.
What else is there?
It's like
Yeah, no, I
like
think
the last. Yeah, it's no, they
it's a
don't
tricky
film
one.
It is a tricky one.
I've got no doubt the Bulls win this game. I just don't know about
Because
them.
in their 5-year history, the Edinburgh has beaten them 3 out of 5 times. And when you get to the Bulls Stadium, Bulls beat them in 22 by 2. Bulls beat them by 6 in 20 for last year.
Yeah.
And 6 this
The
year.
season opener,
Lost.
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm staying away from that one.
Okay.
Got no Sharks Munster,
Oh, mate.
This
Could go any way, to be honest. I have no idea who the Sharks are.
Does. Hmm?
I've got no idea who the Sharks are.
Well, they're full of international celebrities.
Yeah.
They
It's a bit like Leinster, isn't
they dress up very well.
it? Yeah.
It's like Sia is even playing.
Yep.
Sia, I don't know, but Munster have been looking all right in the second half of the season, I think.
Yep.
Though they didn't lose to Cardiff, and
The Sharks beat them 41-24 when they met in the league phase, but Munster are a team that showed that they can win this competition on the road 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
And admittedly, they've aged and things have changed.
Yeah.
Conor Murray and Peter O'Mahony are on their way out.
Money.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm seeing is that, again, this is very similar to the Stormers Glasgow game. 7.5 points. You can get 133 on the Sharks to win outright. 305 on Munster. I just see too much talent in the Sharks for this one. What's the weather?
Well, we've been saying that for the whole season, and the Sharks
weather
have
doing in
lost a
Durban?
bunch of games.
Let's have a look at the Durban weather.
I don't know how you can play at Kings Park season after season, and after every loss, complain that you were surprised. that the
Sunny,
ball
sunny,
was
sunny,
slippery.
sunny, sunny. 24 degrees, so there'll be a little bit of humid. Yeah, perfect. Perfect rugby weather. A little bit too hot for a player. Players like it around 65.
Backs will love it. The forwards will be complaining.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't look. It'll be tight-ish, but I like the Sharks to win by 7.5 in this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm more likely to back the Bulls to beat the spread than for the Sharks to do it, because I really have no idea. If the Sharks beat these guys by 30 points, I'll be like, yep, that pretty much makes sense with their roster. And if they lose by 5, I'll be like, I could have told you that was going to happen.
Okay. How's the Keogh and Zell show going, mate?
Fantastic, mate.
Is it going fantastic?
It's going incredible.
Incredible? Totally?
Yeah,
Love-
carrying on.
Love watching the show, man.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Huge fan.
Thank you. Yeah, we've had some fun. We've been shooting at Keogh's place,
Yeah.
which, depending on the weather, is a great venue.
Yeah.
And depending on the DIY guys in the area, as soon as we're ready to shoot, somebody comes up with a sandblast or
That's like when these referees come with the level of force.
I can see Ahmad putting his head back. So my heart goes out to you, Ahmad. I'm really sorry that you have to go through that that stuff.
Yeah.
And thanks for the show today, and I really appreciate it.
Okay.
So we have got Leicester to blow them off by more than 23.5. We've got the Stormers to cover 7.5. I'm not touching the Bulls. You are. And 11.5. And I'm backing the Sharks plus 7, minus 7.5.
Nice.
Yeah, bang. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Good deal.
Good deal. Thanks, bud.